Welcome to the Purple Political Breakdown. How's it going? How's your day been? And today we are back at it again with another episode for the podcast. Now, this one should be very interesting as I'm going to have a conversation for a potential U.S. State Senate representative and it's Dr. Liew. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but I'm going to have her kind of correct me when she comes on. Like I said, she is a candidate for the U.S. Senate. She has a wealth of experience and expertise. And basically, from what I've seen, is she's an accomplished entrepreneur, extensive knowledge in high technology, and great promise, great conversation we're about to have. She is a first generation immigrant from South Korea and a proud Californian. She has a lot of positions and perspectives on a lot of the issues we're about to discuss and converse about, of course, such as education, reducing taxes, supporting the veterans, combating homelessness, and much more. So, without further ado, let's bring on our guest today, Dr. Sara Sun Liew.
Yes, I am. How are you? Thank you for inviting me to here.
Yeah, no problem. So, did I pronounce your name correctly? Is it Dr. Liew?
Yes, so I'm Dr. Sara Yu. Yeah, I'm a candidate U.S. Senator and entrepreneur. Yeah. Anyway, so I'll introduce you later.
Yeah, no problem. So, to kind of start off the conversation, why don't you kind of talk about yourself and your background and basically why you deciding to run for state representative?
Yeah, I'm not state senator. I'm run for U.S. Senator. But anyway, in California, so I am the candidate U.S. Senator. This election 2024. Still count on it. But anyway, and I'm an entrepreneur. I'm CEO of several fintech company and real estate brokerage management company, as well as legal immigration consult company. I'm also CEO of several nonprofit, Meridian Witch Foundation, MIT, Meridian Institution Technology, Global Jesus Mission Church, Global Jesus Mission University. I have several profit non-profit CEO, and I'm so thankful for your invitation today.
Yeah, no problem. Um, as I've said multiple times on my podcast, that I've had conversations with a lot of different people, and regardless of political affiliation, it doesn't really matter as long as we can have a kind of like straightforward conversation and talk about solutions. That's something that is very important to me when it comes down to the political discourse that is taking place. So left or right doesn't matter. But with that said, when it comes down to you and you said you're running for senator, it seems like you're running for a Republican seat. Why would you consider yourself Republican? What makes you Republican, and why do you choose the right, basically?
So I look at the Republican platforms and as well as Democrat platforms. Usually, I'm a pastor, and then the Republican platform is no abortion, also Second Amendment, bear arms, and the also Republican platform is usually care the many education policies and economic growth and job creations as an entrepreneur. So my background is entrepreneur, job creator, as well as pastor. So the Republican platform is more like a biblical, and the conservative. So I like conservative. That's why I become, Republican candidate, as well as I had a motivation that time I learned, our great president Donald Trump, really motivation to me learn because my District third was, the Ted Lee was impeachment, try impeachment Donald Trump, but I was in third run for Congress at the time. But anyway, I researched Republican platform is more better to me, but better to me. Yeah, that's why. Yeah.
Okay, I understand that. It's Definitely interesting considering you're in California. California is deemed more of a leftist state. It's deemed more of a democratic state at the end of the day. So being a Republican over there is not something that you see quite often for the most part. How do you feel about being a Republican candidate in California, which is traditionally more a democratic state?
Yeah, the things is, even if I become like a candidate, Democratic, I may win more possibility. But the things is, there are so many policy against like abortion is voiced against what I think abortion is murder, but they are not sure. I think what policy is really matching my personal ethic moral as the as educator, as as well as pastor, as entrepreneur. So I'm very proud of to be Republican candidate because of what I think right. I need fight for, more than win. I'm not just fight for win. I am fight for solution issues. That's my main goal to fight for run for U.S. Senate, not for win the position. So many people they win the position, but they are fail like even few months. So I think the more important is where I go directions. I go direction to real solution, helping people. Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. I do understand, having conservative values and why you would kind of adhere to the right or adhere to the Republican kind of way for the most part. Uh, but when it comes down to you specifically and your day-to-day interactions, I do respect the fact that you want to make change on your own way based off your current value system in the state of California. But how do you personally react to or interact with Democrats and leftists? Because I'm sure you encounter them quite frequently living in California. So, how are those interactions like? And how is it important? How important it is for you to kind of have a good connection or good relationship with the left Democrats, and your thoughts about that?
Yeah, we should, respect even different view because, why humankind, everything, our race, educations, everything is different. People, different color. So we have to respect as a human what they're thinking, what they're denied to against us to, but however, the most important keeping what we think what is right to do go. But as well as in Congress, always had a civil disagreement. Democratic say yes, and then Republican say no. This is normal, but mostly the good policy. I think bipartisan policy, which is both can go agree to policy. I think most policies agreed both of, but only I think disagree little part because. So I think that we need a collaboration for America, collaboration for people because we serve people. Governmental position is all serving people, not for. But anyway, we respect each person. We need an open eye and open ear to listen to what they say. Many people they are avoid or disagreement. They are even not talking, even not listen. That's the problem we have in now. So if someone say different way, we have to listen. We have to find out why they said that, not say that like me or like a kind of what we want, but then we have to listen, find out directly to what is problem. But most of our issue, or most of our political had most people they are even not reach each other to talk or even not listen what is real problem as well as they don't know even real problem. They don't talking, so that's the problem. Yeah, but I will
Oh,
going to hear the problems and then research that and then respond. Yeah.
Yeah, I do think it's very important to listen to the public, listen to the voters, to the people that make up the democratic state, democratic country that is the United States, and respond to them, of course. As of right now, you got a lot of differences of opinions currently. You have a lot of discourse that is leaning towards pretty toxic from the left and the right, and the disagreements between the two. How do you feel, or what is your opinion about the current political discourse? Do you believe that this is the most we divided we've been in terms of the two sides in a very long time?
Yeah, I think the now is the bigger parties. We have many party like Green Party, Independent Party. We have so many big party, but most bigger populations members, in the Republican and Democrat. Like example, myself is the National Republican National Committee as well as the uh, you know Republican Senatorial Committee and Congressional Committee as well as the California GOP delegate. So I have so many positions to involve those Republican, party. Sometimes I go to listen Democratic, like debate or like their meeting to listen what they are thinking, what they talking because of what we have to hear both party, even I'm a Republican candidate, why they say no, why they say yes. I already watching both sides, even we watching, the Fox News with right media as well as the recent left media, a lot of left media that there is, we are recent, but anyway, today the media is also very, transform us to divided because many media is a different voice. Like Fox News, more like Republican, they talk always talking about Donald Trump, his best president. Another media is talk about our president Donald Trump is better, Biden is best even. So their voice is what the media's publication and press is. Really now is make this problem. They need to solve this problem because they don't have a middle bipartisan view reporter and writer that much. So it also they are like left media is talking, even made a lot of story. Someone who talked wrong information or what anyway. So we should this country, if we need to change our media, our press, more like a bipartisan view, reporter, writer, we need more of that, as well as even candidate, even Republican, as well as Democrat, the candidate should we need see that each party is needed, not only fight for constituency we who you know support them candidate or donation them or volunteer them, but it's many candidate or many party leaders they only focus what they are supported or what they receive supported. So but now this country is America, it's we are the people, that we needed to reserve the political leader that who are see the bipartisan and even Democratic or even Republican. So that view we needed to do respect each party, the value is what value they have. Republican had a Republican value, Democrat had a Democrat value. Like example, Republican, they are considering more like business, immigrations, job creations, education, as well as Democrat. They are more concerning welfare. People like who are more like a student people. They are more like thinking about helping those uh, people. So we have to make up those value to where we need to put in the each party and positive way, optimist way, but many parties or reporter or candidate, even they are too much strong like opinion, their own party only. So I think that we should peacemaker there and negotiator there, someone who can be see the bipartisan. Yeah.
It's interesting thing to say. I do think there's some criticism that can be brought about the media and how they present themselves, really looking for the news that sells and the more controversial things, and very much the more surface level information about the candidates on both the left and the right. Obviously, you can bring up social
Mhm.
media as well and how that's heightened tensions to an extent where people's voices are heard more so than ever before, but are those voices being ideologically captured, which is the biggest point, to the
Yes.
point where they are so driven by the party affiliation that they don't really adhere to the values that they truly believe.
Mm.
And those are well-founded criticisms, I would agree to, of course. You mentioned something about being more bipartisan, potentially a mediator or peace negotiator to an extent.
Mhm.
Do you believe that the value of a third, more centrist party would bring about that mediation that you're referring to?
If possible, but I think if you who is really straight voice, give a real good direction to the America, good purpose, who can create more value than any other party, central, party. It's okay, but the things everybody had a own voice. We need a not behind the talking. We have to open mind. We have to have chance to talk as well as we have to listen them to whoever. Yeah.
All right, I understand that. So now I want to kind of dive into some of the more specific positions that you may have in congruence of you about to run or running for a position, because obviously this is going to matter. What are the solutions that you're referring to that is beyond the fluff that we hear consistently?
Mhm.
So the first thing that I'm going to ask is the hot button issue that you referred to before is, as of right now, immigration is a thing that obviously a lot of people from the right don't want a lot of illegal immigration in the country. They believe that we should have more secure borders. And I've talked about this extensively. I do think that there's some value to that to an extent. So, what is your position regarding immigration, and how do you believe it should be handled?
Yeah, I think the now it's immigration policy is too open. People, everybody welcome. Even you know, uh, drug is more coming, and sex trafficking more coming, illegal person more coming, terrorist more coming. So we have to secure our border for our United States. Already immigrants who are living there, then who coming to illegally cross. So my opinion is, we have a human right. So someone coming to our country illegally, we have to provide them, basic support as a human, but so, we don't want to our taxpayers all the money put in. We have to put the education. We have to put our, a lot of issues, but many bills. We have like currently $8 billion. The Biden administration wanted to, make bill, but all the Congress is most Congress, Republican Congress members they say no. That's why the bill does not pass the 8 million. At that time, is President Donald Trump called to the many Congress person to know. But anyway, my opinion is right now is message is so important. Leaders' message is so important. Who made a legislator? Who made a law, or like who exercised? Oh, we have in Congress. Had a 9 and 10 step to go to the bill exercise, like go, the Congress members there made a bill and go to the go to the president, they can say yes, or like once something that actions Congress also can access. So there is a several way to we can fix at the Congress level to before this kind of happening, but I don't understand, until not only we are blamed to Biden administration. I don't understand why the Congress people, the Senate, and as well as many people there to they can fix, they can make a bill or they can talk a president, but anyway. So nowadays is our immigrations is the number one issues. Even long for U.S. Senate, long for next election is general. November we have November. So because of this happening, there is a negative impact. Every issue, every moment we have more like negative things happening. There is a will be more strong policy or strong leaders that we needed to replace. So my opinion is I'm looking for our President Donald Trump to win because of he was, I think he right to have a policy before, like, where was should build again, as well as we need a more restrict policy for immigrations, not allowed to come to cross easily. Like example, like I'm just thinking that if we give it to them penalize, like example, if you coming to illegally this country, you need to pay us like $500,000. Like example, the people they are not going to illegally coming, right? But I think someone should had those kind of policy made in the future. We are only the way we can get rid of those illegal people come across. We have to make like penalize the people like who are criminal. We give penalty, go to the jail like that. People, we are not penalized yet. We are not, protect our citizenship yet to any illegal person. Just we are open. But anyway, I am really respect those people who are illegal or legal. Respect those people to their desire to come to America, but should legally come to America, and should legally the way processing like myself. We take like at least 5 years to get a green card, another 5 years or 3 years. We have to have it like citizenship. So I don't want to say to penalize because maybe illegal person they don't like it, but some law make that unable to those illegal people to come across us. That's the I am consideration now. But once they already come here now, so they spending all our tax money. Even we pay the cash, we give it to the hotel, we give all vouchers, But anyway, we have to really care them human right, basically, and then we have to have a really legal processing if we needed to defamation them or we need to accept them to our country to as a citizen or as a green card. We offer that we have to have a legally processing. Need Congress have to have a law that, and then we have to solve those problems the way constitutional level of really eligible to do exercise, not just now at this point emptiness, darkness, because they don't make any law. There is nothing law to we can do that much. Yeah.
So, although I personally believe, from what I've seen, that Trump's immigration policies are a little bit overstated. He tried to build a wall, didn't really work. He built some and didn't really finish it. And I do think it did help that during COVID that he basically implemented a policy to prevent anybody from coming in the country. So it helps his numbers because of what COVID basically provided. And once that ended, we saw what happened. That after that ended, a whole bunch of people were right at our southern border trying to get into the country. One thing that I do appreciate is your respecting the value that you bring in, or the respect and the appreciation of people trying to come into the country because they want to be in America. They want to be an American. It is the greatest country in the world, and I stand by that, of course. And immigration is basically how the United States is as how it is. It's why we are the melting pot, is why we have so many different values and cultures within the country, of course. So, with that said, I do think Republicans should make that very clear a lot more. I've had someone on my podcast before. He was a big critic of the border policies right now. I think that's fair. I do think we probably should have a better preventative measure for people coming into the country illegally. Um, I think there's really no value of allowing people coming in illegally. They're unvetted. You can't keep track of them. So
Mhm.
there's we should do whatever it takes to ensure that we know everybody that comes in the country. I completely agree with that.
Mhm.
But I made them be sure. I made them be honest with themselves in terms of, do you believe in immigration? Sounds like you do. Um, that you believe in immigration. You said you're an immigrant yourself. So then my follow up question to him and my follow up question with you will be, if you believe in immigration, you believe that the value of immigration will be important. That is important for our country and the identity of what the United States of America is. Do you believe that the process, and since you've been through it, I think you could talk about it a little bit more. Do you think the process we have now in terms of, getting access to come in the country can be more efficient, easier, just a better system to so more people can get in legally?
Mhm.
Do you think that is something that we should work on, the immigration process itself?
Yes, I am the immigration consultant since 2013. I opened my own legal firm. My company name is Meridian Beverly Hills Investment Legal Group. So I do a lot of legal processing, eviction, and then helping landlord, tenant, both sides, as well as to apply pass, green card or, passport, as well as citizen, as well as we E2B5 visa, as well as, many other visa processing in my office need many attorney. We have it, you know. So, and then the things is, myself as an immigration company, consultant company CEO, it take too long. Even family immigration case take 20 years, you know. And myself, my aunt was, invited to my father in Korea when I was so young, apply for immigration for us. But we are give up. It takes 10 years to wait. Of course, one another reason, my father does not want to leave to his wealthy, farm industry and his house. But anyway, he wanna more traditional way to live. We didn't go to interview, but anyway, 20 years later, interview coming, people pass away. Is interview coming, like example in family case, as well as like H-1 visa, they take 5 years, another 5 years, as well as many other like visas, like F-1 visa, even they don't not allowed, only 2 year allowed to, the worker after gradations, OPT. So many processing after 5 years, green card. After 5 years, we have the citizen. I understand that that's needed to processing, but it take so many time. Like example, loan for U.S. Senator have to be 9 years of citizenship. I was thinking learning for more early, but I have to waiting 9 years to learn for U.S. Senate. Same thing. Like I understand it because we have the regulations, we have the term and condition valuation to the qualification. But I understand. But some category of immigration is too take long, so we have to have it as well as immigration processing is too long. Like even we submit application, take 3 or 5 year later, like interview notice coming many cases. So we have to have it putting more people in the immigration center and more like a fast system. Nowadays AI, nowadays so many things that we have to today's technology in immigration, as well as we need a more open to the people come to legally, because people, we don't open that much legally. That's why people coming illegally more. So if we open more category visa to legally coming to, like example, farm industry, so there is a small quota people come to each year. So we have to have a more quota. H-1 only small quota. So they have to waiting next year too, because of the quota. So we have to have a more quota to each, job, each visas. So I think that we have to really reform the immigration to solve this illegal immigration, because we have to have open more like legal way to. But now I'm
All
here.
right.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Can you hear me? Are you done? Are you all
Yeah,
good?
I'm done. Yes, yes. The
Okay.
camera.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
a
I'm good.
little
Yeah.
laggy. Yeah, it was a little laggy. That's fine. But yeah, I think you made a lot of great
Yes.
points that you were just talking about. And it is a long process from what I've heard. Obviously, I've never experienced it, but I think if there's a little give and take in terms of the conversation, that most Americans would agree to the fact that yeah, we want a safer border. The we want to make sure that the people who are in this country, we know who they are. But at the same time, I do believe that people would also go like also enter into the conversation saying that yeah, we could make it more efficient. We could make it shorter. If we know that they're just going to be a good citizen, they know all their history, they know the knowledge, then I don't see why not we can't make that system a little bit more streamlined. So, yeah, those are really good points. The next thing that I want to bring up is a conversation of homelessness. Now, this is an interesting conversation that I don't think gets touched upon a lot, honestly. I don't really hear people talking about it too much, but we know that it is an issue more so in big cities like in Atlanta, New York City, LA, for example. Those big cities have homeless people all around. And not only is it bad for the individuals who don't have a home, but it's bad for the perception of the city, but the safety of the people too, of the people just being on the street. So, what is your opinion regarding homelessness, and how do you believe we can kind of improve that in our country?
Yeah, so when I was learning in 2020 Olympic Congress, I was a very serious motivation because of homeless, because we are in California, and especially, I was in, the my many client in Los Angeles downtown, as well. Sometime I visited that area, in front of a store, many homeless there, as well as, I go to the Santa Monica Beach sometime, because only take 20 minutes from my office and home. So from Beverly Hills. So we go there. Beverly Hills does not have that much homeless somehow, but in go to Koreatown, go to another city, downtown is in Los Angeles, so many homeless, all the city hall closed. I been so many times, court and city hall. There is all the street homeless sleep there. We are protect them as human right. We cannot take them to out anyway. So what? The homeless problem is in California, number one serious problem. But I don't understand why we put in the so many billion dollars money they are putting. Homeless is even not solved, even more like 20-30% every year. As homeless go up, as well as many homeless, they are struggle without treatment, right? Like mental illness, homeless should go to hospital, and then should also they treat emergency treat every time they need. But we don't have enough emergency room, no, not faculty, who take care of those homeless really, as well as we have to have job creation homeless, but we don't see that much homeless. Even shelter, job creation program had it, but people they don't even want to go there. More like people they don't want to. We need more like a welfare for those homeless, shelter and job creation as well. So as well as myself is learning for non-profit organizations, supporting job creation, including prevention homeless. Someone who had a situation to homeless, become homeless 6 months later, but we taken application to us to we can training job to keep the not homeless. But we have to something nowadays we have to focus on my policies. Focus on existing homeless to mental like treatment, job creations, as well as affordable housing is most important. As well as we have the prevention. Even we don't prevention, we have a multiple coming because why prevention is so important. That's why I think that we can preventions only the way like President Bush was issuing voucher, many voucher for homeless because of he thought affordable housing is most important, giving to the home. And then but we need a really long-term solution. If we give house them nice house, what happens? Some pastor talk to me that giving homeless to nice house, what happened? Inside this nice house there will more drug, more like illegal doing things. So that's why the who are pastor who are interview said that I am take care of those homeless, many people, but the homeless, rural housing is important. But the things is we need to train those homeless, real welfare, their life changing moment. So what I thinking, I'm an entrepreneur. I'm learning business. I was plan to, I go to the Santa Monica and beach. I talk homeless. What is your problem? Why you become homeless? One people said I have backache. I don't pay for the rent. I don't go to the work. That's the problem. He was homeless. One another and foreclosed, lost the job and foreclosed. And also all things have relate to lost jobs, as well another person, who take care of his sister take care of him, but his sister died and they have to take out. They was Section A. Even his sister, he was take care of her sister as Section A patient, together live there. But anyway, we have to really think a long-term solution as a job creations for homeless. So what I was thinking about, if I become, myself, I am trying to creations those program right now to which is homeless, include homeless or prevention homeless. We are focused on giving job to young people as well as early retire as well women. So most homeless they are better and early retire as well as women or young people. So my nonprofit Meridian Wish Foundation that I'm right now a project plan to going on to creation job for those people, prevention, the homeless side. We need a more support non-profit like me. I learning for who issue those care homeless. So we needed to really support those homeless. Many people outside the not government, facility. Many non-profit. They are 10 year, 20 year. They serve homeless. They just feeding food and giving shelter or giving house. But we need more than that. We need to really train homeless to, rehabilitations, get a stable jobs and change their life. After that, they can be even more support community, after recovery them to normal life or get a job. So, that's more, I think, number one, we are number one, A catalog homeless, like able to work, they have to get a job. B catalog, be able to work, we have to training them. C catalog cannot able to work, they have to go to, like, because of mental illness or like physical problem, they need to go to hospital treat. So I think that we have to really spending money wisely because in government all the taxpayers billion dollars in homeless, we didn't see really affordable housing that much. Only few facility. Where is the money go? And I don't see any job creation for the homeless. I don't see where the money go. I don't see that much people, the treat well as those money. So I think government, we have to really see that how where the money go, really the program work or not. But they have to really research that valuation those program what they have, where they're spending money. But I think not at this point. We are really needed to those kind of processing we need, yeah, for homeless, yeah.
Yeah, I do think that's something valid to say. When it comes down to it, just like you said, and I do appreciate, I do think it's commendable for people who want to help, right? They go to these homeless shelters, they, help serve out the food or even cook the food, or, creating these homeless shelters for people to live in. But the point that you reference is a important one, is that we need to put them on their feet again, basically. We need to help them to get a job again. We need them to become self-sufficient. Which matters most is that giving them the resources is not as good as teaching them how to create their own resources. So that's going to be important. And the local communities, the state government, in terms of the allocation of the resources. I wouldn't know, obviously, how they're doing it as well, but to ensure that it's more efficient, more streamlined to the point where these resources are actually producing results of people trying to change their lives is a very interesting proposal, and I do think it would be an important one, not only for the homeless situation, but you can probably apply this to different other cases, of course. So I do think that's a good solution, of course. I do want to ask another question that is, for the most part, pretty hot topic right now, and more than likely will be part of the presidential election as a question someone's going to bring up. For all
Yeah.
elections, the questions is going to bring up. So the question is in reference to social media, because the social media conversation has changed quite a bit in the last few weeks, and more of a two-part question, so I'm going to hear your thoughts on both. First, obviously, is your opinion regarding the TikTok ban that is going to potentially take place if it gets approved by the Senate. Joe Biden already indicated, if it does get approved by the Senate, that he will sign the bill, effectively banning TikTok in the United States. Unless they sell Byte, or unless ByteDance sells TikTok to another entity, more than likely an American corporation, whether that's Google, Apple, Microsoft, whatever. So that's the first question, your opinion regarding the TikTok ban. And the second question is, recently, I think 2 days ago, actually, Ron DeSantis has officially banned social media for children under 14 years old. So they won't be able to sign up for social media, create a social media account. And if they want to, they would have to get their parents' permission. So they can't just put a random birth date. Now it's going to be a lot more of a strict process to create a social media account moving forward in the state of Florida. So both things in reference to social media usage. So what are your opinions regarding both of those things? And then just social media in general and its impact on our society.
Yeah, I think I had myself so many bandit, as well as my friends who are more like conservative talking, more like right, not left to right voice we are talking. Sometimes I put in the Facebook and YouTube, Facebook is just disappear those speak, what I freedom of speech, right? But anyway, TikTok is from China, mainly, not, we think China, but anyway, mainly outside in the outside in United States platforms. But I'm worried about, our personal information, right? So, people order join their TikTok, they should put in their name, email address, there's some kind of personal identity. If as well as they made all the networking together, we can think about the advantage and disadvantage. But advantage through those platform, TikTok, we can talk a lot, communication a lot, business a lot, make friendly a lot, even, policy transform, we can transform people life. The things is a disadvantage is if someday, like if there's some days we have no good relationship with them, their country, TikTok. So then, they can using our identity, or they might suddenly, happening through those platforms. But anyway, the more important things is ban TikTok. But many TikTok subscribers, they are even like talking many way. We need TikTok. We need TikTok. But some another way, people like secure America, a cyber attack, or like a terrorist and crimes. Many future we are concerning through those TikTok. Many information they can take through TikTok our even security information, because people they not really concerning that much TikTok's power future. But example like Facebook had a big power because their platform to talk. Without Facebook, people take without X, without Instagram, without YouTube. Nowadays, no business, no relationship, no communication happening. So one day, TikTok is the level people they using more and more. We depend on more to TikTok. So if we depend on something, meaning that they control us. So they control us, meaning we don't have real freedom to control us, our life. I'm worried about one day TikTok control our country, control our decision, control our political opinion, control our, maybe that's what I'm worried about. So that's why, I think I respect those freedom speech in TikTok, but I'm worried about also future generations. Like example, you had a second question is so many people, young people using TikTok, right? They spend a lot of time, they personal information, make video, put in the TikTok, and we appreciation those service. The things is many people like crime there, young, even young people like age 15 years old people too much watching the TikTok, too much watching TikTok is the most young people they are using right now. But we need a right culture for future generations. So example, uh, Governor Sanders, DeSantis is make a regulation for that. I think that is also advantage or disadvantage. But I think I respect his decision, those regulation, because his parents, we have so many kids there. I know they are habitually wasting their time and putting their body in front of computer, stay all day long, no limited time. They have to study hard, they have to have a good communication together, they have to have a good cultural making. But the things is TikTok is we don't know what kind of people they using, what kind of information they using. So many opened, bad things, bad inflation should not see. Those young age 15 years old should not see. They open. So that's why I think DeSantis, I'm agree to that DeSantis, the governor decision, because of I'm expecting a future generation. They should study harder. They should see what they can see, as well as I want to give some idea that we have to make a TikTok for young people, young generation only can able to verify the platform that young people can like we see the movie. We have the 13 years younger, we can parents needed to some movie we can call like parents needed to supervising with them, right? Some kind of we can allow it to some something we can allow it to people automatically see something we have the prohibited to people, young people not seeing, as well as 12 hours 10 hours to see their eye is no good, their health is no good. they have to do more like a time to spending or the valuable things than to, unnecessary. I think if we need some school job or school material homework, I think 1 or 2 hours enough. So we have to providing, good resource and the supervising for the kids. Yeah.
So one thing you said that I do agree with is that I do believe that as of right now, people are getting a little too dependent on social media. Now, I do think that as of right now, people, especially the young, don't really go outside, they don't really interact with each other. Man, if you even if you're an adult, talking to another person that's not over the internet, like just normally outside, is a foreign concept. So there's person to person interactions that is a lost art as of right now. And I do think that we need to be able to interact with one another because technology is supposed to just be an extension of who we are, not a replacement of who we are. So, yeah, I do agree to that, of course. One thing that I will say is that TikTok in this situation, I don't mind the ban necessarily. I do think we can replace it for the most part. But they did propose a solution called Project Texas where they would put all their information there. So it makes me question why that proposal wasn't good enough. But
Mm-hmm.
ultimately, as of right now, when it comes to social media, it's a part of our life, and it's up to the parents, in my opinion, to know what social media is as a platform. And I do think the idea of supervision is important and necessary so you can understand what your child is experiencing, what they're seeing on the platform. I am an advocate personally for a child version social media, an adult version social media. I don't know. I
Mm-hmm.
don't see why there shouldn't be a
Yes,
separation.
but yeah.
Yeah, so I'm a big advocate for that
Yeah. And
personally.
then as well as I want to mention, many people, they are lost family time because of these, platforms. We are very thankful. We can even talk Korean family, even another like a country people. We can have like old age. We only writing the letter to we call like paper, but pen pal we call writing. But nowadays we can talk everywhere, any person. So we are so thankful. But the things is, we have a meeting in the family, like a church meeting. Even the young people, they are not talking. They only look at the cell phone. That is family time. We should talk. But they are talking, need a phone. So we are that culture is no good. So that's why people, staying base, family base. Then they are staying in base for phone is no good culture. So that's we have to really something solve those problems. But I think the open, all of the world business personal matter, it's good. They're all the platform is good, but we have to have the regulations. In Congress had to be regulations for that, soon. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll kind of see how that plays out. Florida obviously did it. It's probably more going to be a state legislation thing at the end of the day, so states would have to pass something like that. I know other states have considered doing something relatively similar, but not an outright ban like Florida did. So again, I'm not necessarily mad at the idea, but I'll reinforce this that I believe I feel bad for the generation before me and the generation before that because they got introduced to technology but never really experienced how bad it could be for the
Mhm.
youth. My generation, I kind of up with both, so I understood. And I always tell people when you have a kid, when you have a family, don't let them get addicted. Don't let them get attached to social media, to technology, to YouTube, all that stuff. Pay attention. Don't have the device be a replacement for the quality time that you deem important. So that's
Yes.
also, of course,
Yes,
important.
as well as I agree you're talking, as well as now it's the AI technology all over place, next generation, even more time to they are spending robots all over place is their generation, right? Even more like not So we have you talk that your like old generation does not talk about what is the what happened to bad advantage side. So we have to really prepare now with the AI. I'm very fan of the Elon Musk, because we have ChatGPT, we have older, open AIs. They are she already or Google, all those people they are using to AI now technology developer. As I know, the Elon Musk also he open the AI company to concerning when the like AI technology go to bed, even control the negative to human life. He wants some he wants control some to good way too. So I think we have to someone know future life what happened to our next generation, who have to prepare like Elon Musk, who prepare have goodwill, to for our generation. I think the TikTok and all the medias we are using, we have to really focus on goodwill, and then as long as we are using this for human life better, also using right way to it's very important. I think, yeah.
All right. Um, so I do have a final question, and then we can start wrapping things up.
Yes.
So as of right now, I know there's been a lot of criticism regarding the current state of the economy. For me personally, I do think it's a little bit of an over criticism. But as of right now, we are still working our way to get to levels past COVID. COVID obviously ruined the
Yes.
entire world economy, especially America's economy. Prices went up. We already know this. So, as we continue to fight against that, as we continue to improve our economy, which has been improving, but we continue to get that and then make it even better than it was pre-economy, pre-COVID, to those levels that was everybody was loving. The prices were down, everything, crypto was going crazy. How would you do that? How would you help improve the economy? What is your opinion about the economy, and what is your solution for improving it as well?
Yeah, I think like example, in I'm living in California. So we are like gas price, all the food price, all the go up because of inflations. So I buy for, we have the affordable. Everything is affordable, to more like less price we can buy. Now as well as the wage on work, go up the minimum wage. I respect, but in order to, more like people to learn business and hire more people, we have the negotiable minimum wage as well. As well as many business owners, they need more tax cut and deregulations. Startup business 5 years, 75% closed. So that's why that kind of things, why happens. So we needed to really fight for those supporting startup business not close in 5 years as well. So as well as you need more job creations. In order to more job creations, we need more like taxpayers' money to go to the business owner, as well as more like go to the job creation, supporting welfare for stable job to the job seekers, creation more jobs. Because the business owners, our economic backbone, we just call to backbone to our economy, but we are not really supporting business owners that much. We only had a, SBA or like some kind of training or EDD, some kind of supporting job seekers. We need more like supporting nonprofit, like my nonprofit is a 503 job creation workforce nonprofit. We nonprofit owner should asking grant, as well as putting the more good program, more good curriculum to the more like giving opportunity job creation, as well as governmental body should we have like worker post many nonprofit as well as but we have to really STEM educations focus on science, mathematics and engineering, all kind of kind of this kind of STEM educations, technology education is so important too. But nowadays, our the education is outdated, not because of so in order to more creation job economic growth, we need a certain career with STEM education, more put in the money and fund and next generations get a more quickly job. And then that's my policy. I have so many things to I can talk about. We have not time limited. Yeah. So anyway, thank you for asking. Thank you for your invitation. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem. I think this was a very interesting conversation. And at the very least, I always appreciate the more kind of open dialogue than anything else, especially when it comes to specific positions that we believe can help the country altogether. So, but yeah, I mean, a lot of things that you mentioned will be very important in continuing uplifting the American economy, especially creating more jobs for people as of right now. Another part of the equation, I don't know how you feel about it necessarily,
Mhm.
is the influence of AI in terms of job creation and job destruction, technically as well. There has been metrics and reports indicating that AI potentially will create more jobs than it loses. But I guess real quick, what is your thoughts about AI and what it could do for the
Yeah,
job?
like example, I learning many several profit and non-profit. In a home, I have spent a lot of time to cooking and cleaning. So if I have a robot to who can cooking, cleaning, my husband usually do cleaning, I do cooking. We have spent like at least 2 1 2 hours. I think I don't see that much value, but if some robot can do this, will help. I think the all the AI is, even we have ChatGPT before coming to ChatGPT, I have spent a lot of time to writing and researching, but nowadays I wasn't really talking to my husband before coming to ChatGPT. I talked to my husband exactly said, why I have a sole problem to go to the Google. I have to research this. Why don't you some platform just I say make a business plan. It goes to make business plan. Whenever we command it coming just directly come to answer. I wanted the kind of platform. I talked to my husband like 3 weeks later. Is ChatGPT coming exactly same way? I don't know. Someone here my talk or my husband conversation. I don't know. I'm surprised. Oh, I talked to my husband. I was talking this. ChatGPT coming exactly same way. Anyway, so we are now AI technology. My cousin is who are AI, professor in John Hopkins business school. He learning many other like non-profit helping AI technology. So I'm very my another relative who are AI in Korea professor in Gyeongbu University, Daegu University, all their computer science, AI technology there. So we have so many AI nowadays. We are like effective. I like ChatGPT a lot. Yesterday I was made my the project for non-profit, business non-profit and church and our profit all together. We have some project going on to creation job, support business, also need the causal relationship. I was writing the 3 year for dissertation last time. I got second PhD with sales marketing for as well as the causal relationship marketing as well as non-profit. Nowadays, go to the ChatGPT. I can get a lot of way to just sample ideas. So that's why I was, yesterday, few hours, I got like 50 pages, 100 pages idea coming. I was surprised. Some of the ideas I already know, some of it is not really. I'm appreciation for those ChatGPT is a good way to using. But the things is, I was chatting at the, the X app. I tell that exactly there's three things we need to fix like ChatGPT. First one, there is a political opinion is a ChatGPT handle because I was putting the what is abortion. They talked, they we I some kind of said to support abortion way. But that is demographic is good, but political, view of Republican is no good, right? So some kind of ChatGPT may be handled by like left. It answer whoever what answer. If I said, okay, who is the best political leader in USA? There is a seven is from 6 is about Democratic Party person coming. Only one or two is a Republican. So this is not really like they can control like a political view. Even someone don't know. That's one another problem. Also, the ChatGPT had a problem that we long answer. Even nothing story that, like example, some judge, some attorney, they submit to judge exactly what ChatGPT said. That case is denial because the case he was putting the sample does not in there. So that's kind of we still like AI technology is not 100% satisfy our need, but we need more like we needed to develop. So I am very fan of Elon Musk. He came to Fox News said, same view. I was chatting at the, X, but we talked about that, but not directly Elon Musk, but I put in the Elon Musk, the chatting with, I talked those kind of view. So that he came not because of me, himself. He's more like a smart person, know about that. That's why he opened, another company too. So that's why I think that we need to really more develop to perfect platform to no mistake, as well as the we have to fix those problem, ongoing problem too. I think AI can make us very helpful to us, but I'm not worried about job losing because example, my father was a farmers, very big farmer. We owned many big farm. We had hired so many farm worker, but once we bought the machine, we don't need that much farmer. We just let them go all once we bought the machine equipment to the harvest. But still those farmers get another jobs or another related jobs to the another way. I think the AI can create some more jobs and make better. But one another things I think like Elon Musk had his own open AI, preparing for when those AI control us, because we put in the like SIM at the rural link now is put in the SIM, to because of we want to control more AI. So I think we need. I think that we will okay to we are the human. We can control. God give us so many creative us until now. Yeah. So thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, and don't disagree either. I do think AI will just be another tool to feed into the progression and the evolution of humanity, of course. So that's all we got for today's podcast episode. I thought it was a very interesting conversation, of course. Do you have any last words before you want to wrap it up?
So thank you for this 2024 election, and many voter in California, and who are interviewer like you and endorser, as well as volunteers our team. And so thank you, especially who are interviewing me to like you do today. I'm so thankful. And if you wanna know more about me, go to the www.sarasenator.org. I'm keeping learn for U.S. Senate next term as well. Thank you so much for your invitation.
Yeah, no problem. You can find her information on my website as well. You just got to go to www.purplepoliticalbreakdown.com. And obviously, the link will also be in the description of the podcast episode. So you can find it there, of course. So, hope you guys enjoyed today's episode. Rate it 5 stars if you did. If you want to contact me, make sure you go to the website. Y'all have a good one. Take care and peace.